So one of the things is that he was no longer present with her. Okay, so do you know when someone isn't listening or paying attention to you? And do you know the difference between when someone is paying attention to you and when someone isn't paying attention to you? So in the example of this, basically she didn't feel like he was being present with her anymore. He wasn't paying attention to her anymore. He was focused on other things, like maybe his job, maybe even something like TV or video games, Netflix, whatever it may be. But maybe it was just in his head, right? As well, it could. There's many things that he could have been thinking of, but he just went unconscious and was no longer present with her, no longer really paying attention to her. This is when sometimes you hear women say things like, "Oh, he never listens to me," but what she's really saying is he wasn't. He may have even been hearing the words and understanding, but basically he wasn't present. There was no presence there. He was just sort of like going, "Oh, okay, yeah, and wasn't really looking at her, wasn't really getting involved in it, and wasn't showing that level of presence. Like the example that I gave of, do you know when someone is being present with you, and when do you know the difference between when they're being present and when you're talking to someone and they're not really paying attention? Okay, it's that level of not paying attention. This is what we're addressing here. He wasn't paying attention when she was talking to him. And basically it doesn't have to happen once, right, and her to leave. This is something that's been going on for a long time. He hasn't been present with her, hasn't been paying attention to her for a long time. It's something that has kept on reoccurring, and basically she gives up and she leaves. So what